What's up, CFO gang? It's your boy Jay Tuck, real Cowboys fan stand up. And it's late. It's like 8:30, right? But there's a lot going on in the Cowboys space, the toxic Cowboys space, if you will. So if you're not familiar, DeMarcus Lawrence did his first interview with the reporter for the Seattle Seahawks, and he was talking about, Dallas is always going to be, his home, but he wasn't going to win a Super Bowl with the Dallas Cowboys, right? And it's all kind of tongue-in-cheek, and I get it, right? Once again, like we spoke about today, I understand from the fan perspective when you're kind of going through this coping phase that we do every offseason. You don't want to hear confirmation. Like, you just don't want to hear confirmation. Now, we know, did he lie? Did he lie? No, technically he didn't lie. But we don't want to hear that. Y'all don't want to hear that confirmation from DeMarcus Lawrence, who will possibly be a Hall of Fame consideration type player. For the Dallas Cowboys, you know what he did. There's always been this tug and pull when it comes to DeMarcus Lawrence because he just gets pressures. He doesn't get sacks, but they just count tackles for losses and setting the edge. The stuff that really goes into being a defensive end. But this is not the video for that, right? But, I was kind of just talking online, talking on Twitter about it because I get put in a tricky situation, right? I get a lot of inside information, but a lot of stuff I don't put publicly to y'all because I don't want to kind of just tell, you know what I'm saying? So I talk to players, I talk to, different people all the time, kind of just getting the vibe of what's going on in-house. And there was a drastic rift between Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence, like a mega rift. And you kind of seen it publicly, but it was never direct at each other. It's never D-Law and Micah going back and forth. But you always kind of saw these subs being shot. Like, hey, if you notice, when certain players went down, our defense really improved, right? It's a little, little jab, right? So you kind of heard some of these things, but I don't think a lot of media people, because they're so oblivious to everything, which is so crazy sometimes, I don't think a lot of people really connected the dots. I personally connected the dots. I knew it was this rift going on through the course of the season. I kind of just tucked it and kept it to myself, right? So it was funny when DeMarcus Lawrence, said his comments. Everyone was like, oh, man, D-Law, how can you say that about us? How can you say that about us, man? D-Law, man, we loved you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but then some people are like, oh, well, I'm glad he's gone. Good riddance. Now, Cowboys Nation, listen, let me talk to you for a second. Y'all can't be fickle every time a player leaves Dallas and voices their concerns or says something that is quasi-truthful about the organization. Last year was Dalton Schultz. When Dalton Schultz says, it's a zoo, dude, about all the tours, I'm glad Dalton Schultz is gone. I'm glad Dalton Schultz is gone, right? And then Jake Ferguson takes a selfie and playing with the Dallas Cowboys are privileged. Yeah, way to go, Ferg. And he didn't do nothing else after that, right? So I get it, right? You want to protect your ground base, and you don't want to hear the truth sometimes because the truth hurts. And I get it. For someone who speaks the truth to Cowboys fans a lot, it hurts, right? But I felt a lot of people were reacting, and I was kind of sitting back like, this ain't even about y'all. This ain't even about y'all. This ain't even about y'all. Cowboys Nation just caught the strays. He ain't talking to y'all, right? Because it was funny. DeMarcus Lawrence was announced that he was a Seattle Seahawk. And what did you see yesterday online? You saw some people like Dak, hey, congratulations, big dog, wish you the best. They reposted it. Some other players kind of spoke about it. But Micah, it's my turn to lead now. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. And then Sam Williams, my turn now. My turn. You know what I'm saying? My turn now. My time to lead. Time to lead things my way. All right, so D-Law gets his opportunity to speak in the mic, and he says what he says, but it's funny, right? And I'm going to show you this text, right? You know what I'm saying? See if we can focus in, right? I said, right? Can you see that? It says, people are missing Micah and D-Law are taking shots at each other publicly. It's my dog, Professor. He won't care if I shit this. And he says, yeah, right. And then an hour later, Micah Parsons responds, this what rejection and envy looks like. This some clown shit. Bingo, we got action. They wasn't shooting at us. They not shooting at us, Cowboys Nation. They were shooting at each other. This is something that's been boiling in our locker room all season long. I'm not sure what caused it. I'm not sure if it ever got to a situation where it got physical or what. But there's been this tear between the older Garrett guys, the Rod Marinelli guys, and the new guys, right? There's been a rift between young and old, and today we finally saw it at a head-on collision right on Twitter. It's gonna get messy, right? So I will say this. When it comes to what D-Law's saying, did he lie? No. Because a lot of people are saying, well, you left the Dallas Cowboys to go play with the Seattle Seahawks and Sam Darnold. Well, didn't Sam Darnold win like 14 games last year? Didn't the Seattle Seahawks win like 10 games last year? It was like 4-2 in their division. Isn't his over D-line coach and Coach Durden the defensive coordinator in Seattle? So there's a chance, slim chance, but 49ers are rebuilding. There's a slim chance that D-Law might have put himself in a better situation. Now, I know you don't want to hear that from me. All right, cool. We're not going to get there. But who are we to poo-poo at what the Seattle Seahawks is doing? Who are we? We have to stop that, y'all. Because like I said, for every player who has left Dallas and said something that Cowboys fans didn't like, we never made them pay for it. Last year, I was there at the game right after the Jake Paul Tyson fight when we played Houston. Dalton Schultz and the Houston Texans walked all over us. Y'all remember Cole Beasley? Cole Beasley went out there and got the game ball in Buffalo. You had DeMarco Murray put on the Eagles uniform. I was there in the end zone when DeMarco Murray ran the end zone for the game-winning touchdown. And then I forget the name of the safety that played for us. Wasn't Gerald Sensabaugh, I forgot. But he went to Jacksonville, and then he went to the AFC Championship game. Cheeto Awuzie went to the Super Bowl. Taco Charlton won a Super Bowl ring. DeMarcus Ware won a Super Bowl ring. All right? Kellen Moore won a Super Bowl and got a head coaching job. So a lot of these people do kind of prosper a little bit once they leave Dallas, right? So I feel like, listen, Cowboys Nation, if you want players to stop leaving Dallas and having some to say, here's just Tuck talking just as a YouTuber. How about we start winning meaningful games? I think that might do the trick, right? I don't think that Darius Slay left Philadelphia and started saying shots like, hey, they're not committed to winning. I don't think that CJ Gardner got traded from Philadelphia and he's been sending shots. He said, hey, world champs, right? So if you start winning meaningful games, maybe some of these players would envy leaving Dallas. Wouldn't it be nice for DeMarcus Lawrence to go to Seattle and say what he just said, and the Cowboys are now at the Super Bowl without you, bro? Wouldn't that feel nice? But don't let him get and play in an NFC Championship game before us. Think about the players. Tuck, stupid. Come on, Tuck, think. Dorrance Armstrong, Dante Fowler, Tyler Biadasz, Dan Quinn, Joe Witt left Dallas and bounced back just like that. And I remember I talked to people who went to the Commanders, and I remember before they got Jaden Daniels, and I told you guys all the time, they say, yo, Tuck, it's different over here. And I said, what do you mean, bro? You're in Washington. How that? They said, yo, Tuck, trust me, dog, it's different. And I was like, well, prove me wrong. They was right. It was hella different in Washington. So how about, Cowboys Nation, we stop focusing on what our exes are saying about us because they are possibly upgrading. And let's just focus on upgrading ourselves for once, right? A lot of us has been dumped, different relationships. I'm not worried about my ex's new boyfriend. Nah, it's time for me to boss up. You know what I'm saying? Time for me to get that that hurt bod. You know what I'm saying? That breakup body. You know what I'm saying? We get broken up with, you get back in the gym, you start eating right, you start dressing better, you start to level up. We need that. We need that. We need that revenge bod. The Cowboys need to start focusing on their revenge bod. But we sit on the couch and say, whatever, that new man ain't no good. He gonna cheat on you anyways. It's not gonna work. You're not gonna get married. No, stop worrying about what they're saying over there and start getting your revenge bod. Start leveling up where these players that are leaving Dallas say, damn, I messed up. Damn, they looking good. Damn, they cooking. Man, they about to go, NFC Championship. Oh, man, they making some major moves now. Work on your revenge bod, Dallas. Stop focusing on who your exes are dating and talking to because it does you zero good, man. So it's your boy J Tuck. Comment, like, subscribe. Like I said, improv video, but hell, let's just toss out 2 or 3 today, right? But I'm going back to playing college football, but I think it's awfully hilarious. Micah and D-Law head-on collision, and we'll see if it continues, but hopefully it just dies down. You go your separate way. Micah, you got much bigger issues to worry about this offseason, but I do think it's good. This is an opportunity for Micah to become the hero again. Yeah, Micah. You tell him, Micah. Yeah. Peace.